Hi, team. Today we're going to talk about a situation that customers occasionally find themselves in where the Atom queue on a particular node won't start. We'll take a look at this and how to restart it manually. We'll take a look at this through the eyes of a two-node molecule here. And a little bit of background before we begin is the Atom queue is actually a plug-in to the controller JVM on each node. For an atom, that's a single node. For a molecule, it can be one-to-many nodes, or cloud one-to-many nodes. Each of those nodes has a plug-in to the controller JVM that supports our Atom queue and that supports all of our different queues on the various servers. So if we see that the Atom queue is having a problem, it's helpful to interrogate the controller logs, the container logs that the controller JVM produces. And in there, you might see something like this, recovering from the journal file and failing to start the actual queue itself, the Apache ActiveMQ. This is our Atom queue service failing to start. One of the things you can try is to basically rebuild the queue on that node. And the, the Atom queues themselves are supported by a back-end flat file database called the Caja DB. And there is one of these for each node of your cluster. In this case, it's a two-node molecule. So under the file share folder, which is here, we see a queue folder and then a directory for each node. And in there, there's a Caja DB folder in there. And what you'll see in there are, you would normally see four files: a log file, the data file, the redo file, and a lock file. In order to manually rebuild the queue on that node, you want to make a backup of your data and redo files, which is the .bk here, which I've already done. And then you would delete the db.data and the db.redo files and then restart your node. So essentially you would stop your node manually, delete the data file and redo file, and then restart that node. And what will happen is it'll rebuild the database from the log file, which is essentially the journal for the Atom queue on that node. And that a lot of times will address problems where there's some sort of corruption in the Atom queue itself that for that node that prevents it from restarting. All right, team, I hope you found that helpful and happy integrating. Talk to you again soon. Bye.